Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be basically doing a shout out video. I've been wanting to do this for a little while now. A couple people I've been wanting to shout out and stuff like that, so a little bit different than a normal video that I normally do. But later on in the video, we will have a redeem code, and most of these are Gems of War related shout outs. So let's get into it. Before I get into the video, there is something I want to mention post-edit right here. And that is that I will actually be giving everyone who wants a shout out under two conditions. I'm going to be doing this because I really want to grow the Gems of War community. So here are the two things that you would need to do to get a shout out from me. The first is to have at least 10 Gems of War videos uploaded to your YouTube account. Like legitimate videos. When I say legitimate videos, I'm talking about at least 5 minutes long or higher, not just like quick minute one just to reach the requirement. So anyone who does 10 Gems of War videos or more, just leave, the second part is just leave a comment saying that you have reached that amount in the comment section below, and I will give you a shout out in future shout out videos. I'm doing this mostly so we can get kind of like a compilation of people who are doing Gems of War videos. So if you are interested in getting a shout out for your YouTube video, that's all you'd have to do is 10 Gems of War videos, and then I'll shout out pretty much or literally everyone who does that after we've reached like a certain amount, maybe like 5-10 people. I'll then do the shout out. So let's continue on to the actual video now. The first person I'm going to be shouting out is Dynamic Dylan. He is a really good friend of mine. He actually got a little bit depressed lately because his channel wasn't doing that well and he was figuring about just like quitting YouTube and stuff. So if you can, go give him some motivation, some nice comments to like some of his most recent videos because he really needs it. He really suffers from depression quite a bit. It was his birthday 4 days ago too, so wish him happy birthday if you can. Next up on the shoutout list is Konso. All of his videos are in German. The main reason I am actually mentioning him is he has a Gems of War series up to almost 100 episodes now, and about 9% of my viewers are German. The highest is America, and the second highest is Germany. So I figured this might be useful for some of you. He has a whole playlist of almost 100 Gems of War videos. He also has done one of my favorite indie games too, Unepic. So if you want to see that game, you can also see it from him if you speak German. And he also just hit 2,000 subscribers, so good job to him. Next, we have the Educator72. He actually has 0 subscribers and just started a couple hours ago. I just noticed this when browsing, and I figured I shout it out since we're doing that now. It's a PS4 tutorial on basically starting off in Gems of War. I haven't seen the whole entire thing yet, but from the little bit that I did watch, it is a very good tutorial. So go give him some love, give him some subscribers. He just started, so go kickstart him right now. Or, not literally kickstart him, like a funding thing. But he just started his channel, so he could use some exposure. Next up on our shoutout list is Gamertag Mithras. He has done quite a few Gems of War videos, varying from just gameplay to key openings to guides and everything of the such. He also plays some of the more recent games like Overwatch and Pokemon Go if you're into either of those two. Next up on the shoutout list is a pretty funny one, Taggy XP. He was actually the first person I think who has ever shouted me out on YouTube. I know Felicity and a couple others have on like Twitch and stuff, but it's pretty funny because I know a lot of you comment because I pronounce things incorrectly a lot, and I really appreciate I do try like pronouncing things correctly. I just keep forgetting, and I just keep pronouncing it like however I naturally pronounce a word. But I got a good laugh because when he shouted out, this is what he said for my name.
Tansy the Terror.
Yes, Tansy the Terror. Tansy the Terror. What is that, like Tancey? Something like that? Tansy the Terror is what he called me in his way of pronouncing Tacet. I just got a really good laugh at that. Next up, we have the redeem code, generously supplied by the developers. I do a redeem code every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my YouTube channel, and I do another 3 on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on my Twitch at twitch.tv/Tacet. Also, this weekend, I'm going to be playing Hearthstone for the first time. Going to be streaming that for quite a bit of the weekend, mostly on Saturday and later today, as well as Undertale for the first time this Sunday. And the code is 7Y84TSPPRK. And since we're doing shoutouts, I might as well shout out some of the developers of the game as well. Sorry, any developers who I do not mention. These are mostly just the ones that are always in the public eye. First is Surian. He's basically the lead developer of the game. Nimhane, I believe she does art and some design or something else with that. She also does quite a bit of PR and stuff on the forum. Andrew, I believe he does most of the coding, especially more for the PC and mobile end. And there is also Mr. Strange. He's one of the console developers, as well as Nex. Nex is a console developer as well. So thank you to all the developers of Gems of War for making such a great games and for providing these codes, which really do help the channel, and it helps all you viewers get first 200 who claim it, get all these resources, 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Unfortunately, it is PC and mobile, of course, because the console versions are not cross-platform. While on the subject of the Gems of War developers, let's actually go into the support as well. Gems of War has the best support system I have ever seen in the game. All you have to do is go to the main page, click support, submit a request, and just fill out all of the needed information, and they'll get back to you in a really timely manner. And they pretty much always get anything you have resolved within like a day or a few days. And they have a really outstanding support system, the best support I've ever seen in a game ever, period. Next up on our shoutouts is the Gems of War website that was made by Leah, which is just a normal player of the game. She ended up making a whole database for all of the troops and a lot of other things related to Gems of War. It's also extremely up to date. If we go into here, go to Kingdom, you can already see that the Leonis Empire that was just added a few days ago is already completely updated and is in the game. And you'll be able to see pretty much anything about troops here. You can just click on its effects, see what it does. See what any kind of ability does. Like you can see magic ratio 2, like deal magic plus 2, which you can't see in game. There's no way to actually see that in game. And if you actually click on one, there's a bunch of extra information, how it levels, how it does that. Even the cost of its trait stone. If we click on the mana burn, we see how many trait stones it costs, same as stealthy and anything else on the website. And one really cool feature that I like that was recently added is if you go over to kingdoms as a table, and then you go over to quests, let's say Adana right here, it'll show all of the quest lines and all of the speeches that were said during the quest line. So if you already did a quest line, maybe you just rushed through it or something, and you want to reread it, well, you can come back to this website, and all of the quest lines are completely here. And you can just reread it or read it for the first time if you ended up skipping past it. Console versions can do this too. If there's a kingdom that's not out yet, you want to know like the lore or something behind it, well, you can come here and go read the entire quest line. So a very, very great database that she has created here for everyone. Lastly, on my list of shoutouts is the Gems of War forum itself at community.gemsofwar.com, but specifically the guides on it. So if we just click here and click on community guides, there are a lot of fantastic guides for pretty much everything. There's like deck building programs and pretty much any kind of guide you'd need for everything. And something that's really cool that someone has done recently is a timeline of basically all the events that have ever occurred in Gems of War. So we can see here, there's the very first events back when I started, like right around this period right there. This game all the way back in 2014. And this is basically the whole history of Gems of War with its event. When Kingdoms come, you can see right there, Stormheim just came up. Just every single event, there's the first Imp, Summer Imp, another Kingdom. And you can see it used to be a troop and then a weapon alternating week by week. Now it's like 2 troops every single week with how they've been doing it lately. And it just keeps going, keep going. Troop weapon. Crescendo was the very last weapon and probably one of the best weapons in the game. Then there was Imp of Love, which consoles, you guys just got a free Imp of Love recently. It was our event during Valentine's Day or right before it. And there's Mercy, a lot of people's favorite troop. And it just keeps going, like basically 1 troop every single week. And then we basically go to 2 troops every single week. and then just everything. Like, look at how much content they've been pushing out. And even right here, it's not here, but we got another 2 plus a kingdom, and there's just a lot. Plus, we'll have Death next week and a bunch of other things. So there's a lot that they've been doing as of lately. Like, you can see how much they progress just from like doing a little bit every single week and starting to get a little bit more. And like when they did 2 kingdoms at one time, that was pretty amazing. No one was expecting that. Like, we knew 2 kingdoms were going to come, but no one really knew that they were going to come at the exact same time. And then 2 troops and all of that. So yeah, it's been a very interesting history. But anyways, this will pretty much wrap it up for this video. I just kind of wanted to do a shout out some things I think deserved shouting out. And that'll basically do it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.